Alright, this is the second video for the Hendrix style melodic rhythm etude lesson. What we're doing, the first video is a performance video where I just played through the whole thing. This one I'm going to kind of show you how I play it. The full tablature and notation is available on my website at markweenguitarlessons.com. Probably see it right there in the finished video. Alright, so the first thing we're going through, it helps if you go to the website, download the tab and sheet music. The first measure is an E minor. I do this where I hit the 6th string and slide down, kind of like Little Wing. That's a bunch of Hendrix tunes. But the actual music starts. I'm playing the 6th string open, and then I'm playing the 12th fret barred 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings, just kind of getting that E minor sound. And then I leave that barred. And if I end up hitting other notes on adjoining strings besides the melody notes I'm trying to play, that's fine because they're all on the chord. Right, so that first phrase there, we got open 6th string, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings of the 12th fret, and then I'm playing the 2nd string, 12th fret, which is being caught by the bar, 15th fret with the pinky, and then I'm playing 14th fret on the 1st string, and I'm going to strum the first 3 strings, and then 12th fret, which is held by the bar on the 1st string, 15 to 12 on the 2nd string, 14 to 12 on the 3rd string, and then 12 to 16 on the 4th string. Now, if you remember from the earlier lesson videos, that minor chord shape, those are all notes from that. What you probably want to do, if you haven't gone through those lessons, go back through all of my Hendrix style melodic rhythm guitar lessons, because all the stuff I'm using here are things out of those lessons, basically. The minor chord shape, I didn't cover all the different shapes that he uses, but this is one that we use for the minor chords in this, and it's once you've got that under your fingers, these licks become a lot easier. Alright, so we've got the E minor, and then A minor, we're going to come down to the 5th fret. Right, and what I'm doing here is I'm playing a A minor bar chord, which like you can see like that. I'm barring my 1st finger at the 5th fret. 3rd and 4th fingers are on the 7th fret, 5th string, 7th fret, what do you call it, 4th string, and I'm going 6th string, 5th string, and then 4th, 3rd, and 2nd together. Alright, and then at that point, then I reach out to the 9th fret, still keeping the bar here. The stretch might seem like a bit much. If you play like this with your thumb over the top and you're trying to reach, it's going to be real hard to make these reaches. If you rotate the hand around, keep the thumb in the center, it becomes a lot easier. The more you work on this stuff, the looser this part of the hand is going to become too. So don't think that you can't do this, just realize that if you've been playing like this the whole time, that chances are you're just going to have to move your technique around. And you'll be able to reach that stuff, but you're going to have to work towards it. And so the A minor, we've got 5, 7, and then the chord. And then we've got the 9th fret on the 4th string, and then 7 and 5 on the 4th string. But I'm also hitting the 3rd string at the same time, which has the note on the 5th fret, because that's the bar. And then 8th fret and 7th fret on the 5th string, and then 5th fret on the 3rd and 4th strings together, and then 7th fret on the 4th string. So you got that. And it all kind of rings together. And if you hit extra notes in there because you got the bar chord going, it kind of works. A lot of times, I would think Hendrix probably uses thumb over the top and kind of did that sort of thing. For most of you guys, it's probably easier to do this because you're used to playing the bar chord already. Now, the next measure, we're going C. And that one starts here, C, 3rd fret, 5th string. And then we're going 5th fret to 7th fret on that same 5th string. Alright, and then we're going 5th fret on both the 3rd and 2nd strings together. 7th fret on the 4th string, and then 5th fret on the 3rd string. Alright, and then we're taking that idea and we're moving it up, because that's in C. Here's the D chord. Alright, and what you're doing there is you got the 5th fret on the 5th string, and then you're sliding up to the 9th fret on the 5th string, and you've got the hammer on 7, 9, 7 on the 4th string. You play the 9th on the 5th string, and then you play the 7th fret on the 3rd and 4th strings. Now when you play that hammer on, you could actually, you'll see, I'm actually hitting the 3rd string in addition to that. It's not written that way in the tab, but you can get away with that because once again that's all part of the chord. Yeah, part of this style is that you're just incorporating chord tones into your melody, to kind of beef it out. Alright, now the next line, this is where the first 3 measures are kind of like the introduction. Starting here, the G and the C, this is kind of a vamp. It goes back and forth. We start on the G all the way down here on the 3rd fret 6th string. Then we come all the way up here, the 15th fret on the 1st and 2nd strings. Alright, so you're doing the bar on the 1st and 2nd strings, 15th fret, and you're going to hammer on the 17th fret on the 2nd string. And what that's doing is just giving you this little grace note kind of deal. And then you play the 15th fret by itself. Alright, and then you take that movement, because keep in mind, we've got the G here, and that's like that bar chord shape with the root on the 6th string. If you move it all the way up 12 frets, it repeats. Alright, so we can actually take that lick down here and play the same idea down there an octave lower. I'm just moving it up higher, so we kind of get this like bass line and then melody part. So it's almost like you're kind of faking 2 guitars at once. So you got that bit that we just talked about, and then you move down to the 10th fret. Right, and the deal with that part right there is that this is your G chord, and that's your 5th, and then the 2nd notes of the scale, and you're hammering your 3rd finger onto the 3rd. Notice that like when you play a major chord here, it looks like that. When you play a minor chord, that note moves down. We're hammering on that note that makes it a major chord. And that bit, like when we learned this stuff in the lesson, you could do it up there where we learned it, but what I'm doing, just to kind of show you where else you could do it, is I just moved it down on the same set of strings as the first part. Alright, so you've got that, and then we go to the C chord. We're going to play the 8th fret on the 6th string, and then we're taking the 8th fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, barring it. And the melody comes from, we play the 8th fret both strings, and the 10th fret on the 2nd string while we're playing both strings, and then the 8th fret again, and then we play the 10th fret on the 3rd string. Alright, and then we're ending on the 8th and 9th on the 2nd and 3rd strings. And that bit right there, you've got your 7th and 8th frets on the 3rd and 2nd strings, and you're hammering your 3rd finger onto the 9th fret on the 3rd string. So you're going there, and then you're playing them together, the same 2 strings, 2nd and 3rd strings, but with the 3rd finger on the 9th fret, and then back, and then reach out with your pinky to get the 10th fret. And then we play the note, and we do another one of those fast hammer-ons. Alright, now we do another pass on the G and the C. The first part